Well, kia ora and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here on a bonus coverage Tuesday evening match-up here at the North Harbour Softball Association. Sees the under-15 boys grade kicking off here tonight. It'll be Northcote Cubs taking on the East Coast Bays Little Sox. Just underway in the top of the first innings here between these two sides. Should be a good match-up. Both teams doing really well this season. Expect to see the game played really competitively here today. Top of the first innings just underway here. East Coast Bays batting first in their green tops as we see pass ball that'll allow the walk to be issued and also the runner to head down to second base. Let's have a look at the batting order for East Coast Bays for you today in tonight's matchup. And as Connor McKessick will be leading off, he picked up a walk, went down to first base, now around to third. Jonash Murray just picked up his walk. He's at first base now. He'll be followed by Caleb Taylor, the pitcher, who's batting now. Hitting in the fourth spot will be Solomon Herbert. This one to the screen will allow the runner down to second base as well. So two runners in scoring position here early. Top of the first innings. I mentioned Herbert was hitting in the clean-up spot. Hitting five today for East Coast Bays is Quinton Van Heerden. He'll be playing third base as well. Wilbur Longerton will be at right field hitting in the sixth spot. Archie Jew will be shortstop. Cooper Adkins is the designated player hitting 8. And Jack Regan, the left fielder, will round out the batting order for East Coast Bays. Defensively for the Northcote Cubs here this evening. As we see this next delivery to come down. No outs here in the top of the first innings. This one just down low, comes back to the catcher though, as you see. Still trying to find his range. A pitching battery pairing today is Asio Wahiro Horton, who'll be doing the pitching today to the catcher Asha Manu. Third base hot corner is Christopher Hunter. Shortstop today, Jackson Brown. At second base is Otis Packer. First baseman is Jackson Gerbes. Left field and the outfielders now for the Northcote Cubs. It is Quinn Brooker at left field, centre today, Julian Murray, and right field, Xavier Smith. So that's them defensively. Just at the top of the first innings here. And I'm just going to keep an eye on the weather here because we need to put a bag over some of the cameras by the looks of things. Another walk issued there. I'm just going to keep an eye, like I said, keep an eye on that weather. If it gets any heavier, I'm going to have to duck off and leave you to the audio of the game while we sort it out. Loaded bases, no outs. It'll bring up to bat Solomon Herbert. Big, tall right-hander is Herbert. Playing first base for East Coast Bays. Fouls the first one off he sees. Loaded bases situation, though, for East Coast Bays. Off to a good start here. Just being real patient in the batter's box as Wahiro Horton just tries to find the zone a bit more. Set and ready to go now. This one just curls inside. That'll level the count 1-1. Overcast conditions, as you can see here at Rosedale Park this evening, early evening. 4:30 start for this one. Hour and a half game time slots are the under 15 grade. This one just tails inside. So 2 balls and 1 to count now. Well, shouldn't complain about the light, and the weather is just getting a little heavier, ladies and gentlemen, so I am going to chuck it on the wide-angle camera for you. Just leave you with the audio of the park, and I'm going to have to duck out there and put some bags on. Apologies for that. And as we see a walk to Hibbert, well, the looks, no, they're just going to double-check the count. 3 balls, 1 strike's what I got. winds coming in, unfortunately. All right, I'll leave you to it. I'll just leave it on the wide angle for now. I'll come back and catch up on the game when I get back. Now, just like that, when I was about to head out the door, the rain has stopped. So I think we might be okay. We'll just leave it be for a little bit. So Hibbert still batting here, top of the first innings. And he will pick up a walk and head down to first base. Didn't quite see what happened with that other base runner that went missing. I think it might have been an out at first base. So loaded bases again here. That'll bring up to bat here. Quinton Van Heerden steps in for his first at-bat of the contest. First pitch is sails inside. Wahiro Horton leans back now. This one tails through the zone, so that'll level the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded here, 1 away in the top of the first innings. No score so far. Kind of the last day or evening of games for 2023 for Chopper here at North Harbour. Head away to Wellington tomorrow for the next week and a half or so. So hope you enjoy this bonus coverage. Of course, we've got the under-15s on now. And then later on this evening at 7 p.m. will be the Premier Reserve Men's Competition. East Coast Bays taking on HBC. So it's an East Coast Bays day today. This one down low. There's the count, 3-1. So you can see all the bases are loaded here for East Coast Bays. Got themselves a real opportunity here to kickstart things. Straight back to the pitcher. And he'll go to first base. The throw is offline though. And East Coast Bays are rounding them. In comes 2 now on the throw. Looking for the third. Here he comes. And he will be in safe. And throw back to second base. Couldn't quite get the throw on line there. So 3-run score here for East Coast Bays in the first innings. Under 15 grade, lots of things can happen. That's for sure. That brings up to bat now the right fielder. Wilbur. This pitch just gets away on the inside, and that'll allow the base runner Van Heerden to scamper on down to third base. Quite misty weather out there. This pitch comes through the top of the zone. That'll level the count, 1-1. Northcote got the bullpen up and running early here. Looks like Tane Wilson is loosening up down in the bullpen if required. This one just comes around the outside, whipping off the leg there of young ACO. Big, tall left-hander, as you can see on the mound, is ACO Waihiro Horton. Ready now. Takes his time and pulls that one through the zone. 2-2 now the count. No early here to East Coast Bays in the top of the first innings. Pulls this one through the zone, and that'll take care of business for the second out of the innings here. He goes down on strikes. So with 2 away here, it'll bring up the bat Archie Jew, the starting shortstop for East Coast Bay Small Sox. Perfectly sized strike zone does Jew. As you can see in the batter's box there, one below the zone to start him off. East Coast Bays will be happy with their start. They pick up 3 quick runs here early in the match. This one just below the zone, so 2 balls here to Jew. 60 feet away down third base is Van Heerden. On board via the errant throw from the pitcher over to first base. Picked up those first 3 runs of the ball game. This one comes through, clips the zone. So 2-1 now the count on Jew. Mentioned overcast conditions. The cloud is kind of high and there's a little bit of precipitation around. Chopper's kind of gambling it's not really going to be much. So stuck the cameras out with any waterproof bags on them tonight. A swing and a miss. So we're here to Horton just bearing down. So here comes the 2-2 from Waihiro Horton. And takes his time and pulls it through the zone. May have been rusty at the start, but sharp and right off to finish the innings here as we're through the top of the first innings. So not a bad start for Northcote, but a really good start for East Coast Bays here in the top of the first innings. Back with more action here live from Pure Athletic Stadium at the North Harbour Softball Association.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the first innings here. East Coast Base jumping off to a fly here. 3 runs to 0 as Northcote will take their first at-bats, and apologies for a little bit of cloudiness in that centre field camera. We had a little bit of rain to start us off, and I think a little bit of that must be in and around the lens out there. However, at least you're able to see the view anyway. Next pitch just inside. Defensively for East Coast Bays this evening, they've got a real good defence and they've played outstanding softball this season already. Have the small socks. Left to right in the outfield for them it'll be Jack Regan, Noah Faulkner, and right fielder Wilbur Longton. At third base, hot corner for them is Quinton Van Herden. Shortstop today is Archie Joe, second baseman. As we see the throw over in time from Drew, a fine play there. Second base today for East Coast Bays. So they pick up their first out is Connor McKessick, and starting first baseman Solomon Herbert. Doing the catching today, the duties behind the dish is the young Jonash Murray, and on the hill is Caleb Taylor, his starting pitcher. And just looking at that shirt number, looks like he may have had a change. I know Caleb Taylor, yep, 56, that's him out there, apologies, there you go. This pitch is outside. Offensively for the Northcote Cubs this evening, it was ACO who led off there, the pitcher. Jackson Brown now batting shortstop. Jackson Gerbes will be hitting in the 3 spot, the first baseman. Otis Packer today, he'll have the clean-up duties. Joining Lee Murray will be hitting 5. Asher Manu, the catcher, will be hitting 6 today. Christopher Hunter, Quinton Brooker, and Xavier Smith round out the batting order 7, 8, and 9. So there you are defensively and offensively for both teams. Underway here, 1 down in the bottom of the first innings. As you can see on the scoreboard, East Coast Bays with a nice little early lead to get themselves underway. Jackson Brown now batting. I'll try and catch the count for you there. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one outside, and so Brown will be rewarded with a walk as he heads down to first base. Gets the high five from his first base coach, that is Ryan Love down there. Supporting crew, the other coach, supporting coach is umpiring today's game, that is Jesse Fuller. And the head coach for this team is Nick Lanigan. Jackson Gerbes now, first baseman, steps in to go to work. First pitch comes through the zone. Northcote Cubs dugout be looking to ready themselves, looking to answer right back to those 3 runs they surrendered at the top of the first innings. This pitch just in behind and off the leg of Gerbes, so down to first base he goes. I didn't mean to laugh, really. Did just chuckle a little though. Now on to bat. It's the starting second baseman, Otis Packer. First pitch to him is up and away. This one perfectly pours through the zone. Pick off to first, he's back in time. 2 runners on for you for Northcote. Just the 1 away here in the bottom of the first innings. Next pitch comes through the edge of the zone. Good pitch by Taylor. One and two the count now. And a swing and a miss as Taylor picks up his first strikeout. Got the second out here of the bottom of the first innings. They bring in the left-hander, hard-hitting centre fielder, Judy Lee Murray. Murray, which is the first pitch, sail through the bottom of the zone. And Northcote dugout trying to will his teammate on at this point. Next pitch just outside. swing and a miss and a drop ball that just falls off the table. Good delivery by Taylor. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Murray as he watches this one closely on the outside edge. Runners are still stationary at first and second here. It's Brown running at 2, Gerbes running at 1. No action there yet. And a swing and a miss as Taylor rears back, gets the job done for East Coast Bays to complete the first innings. And it is East Coast Bays leading the ball game 3 runs to 0. More action on the top of the second when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. We're in the top of the second innings in this under-15 matchup between East Coast Bays and the Northcote Cubs. The North Harbour Softball Association, great to have you along for it. A catch-up game from one of the earlier weekend matches that was unable to be played. Great to have you along for it. I'm Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper. East Coast Bays are off to a fly here. Got themselves off to a good start. Loaded bases, then an errant throw to first base. Allowed 3 runs to plate for them. And they haven't looked back, have they? They've kept that lead now. Kept Northcote scoreless in the bottom of the first innings. And sees us now in the top of the second. A pitching change on the hill here for Northcote. Tane Wilson will take over from Atiawa Toa. And just looking out there, looks like it's a straight change. That's the only change out there. Everyone else is in the same position. So we're all set to go here on top of the second innings. East Coast Bays with a good lead here early in the ball game. First pitch is up high to the designated player, that is Cooper Atkins. This one sails in. That's a better location. Young Adkins, son of the younger brother of young Zach, who's making pathways in the next age group up. This pitch is in through the top of the zone. Under 15 grade, it's a special rule here at Northcote. The balance is better kind of purpose, if you like, as that one skids back to the screen. Got to use 2 pitches and 2 catches per match. So Northcote into their second pitcher now, and each pitcher must throw at least 1 innings of work. Can't throw more than 2. Sounds like a Rubik's Cube, I know, but that's what it is at the moment. And a swing and a miss Kept in front by Manu, who'll try and throw it down to first base. And he does in time. Good hustle by the catcher, Manu. So one away here. And that'll bring up to bat number 9 in the order, Jack O'Regan, the left fielder for East Coast Bays. There's one away here in the top of the second. Ball is high. Chopper's still taking a gamble with the weather, leaving the cameras uncovered out here. Either a clever mood or a good insurance company, one of the two. This one fouls off. Young Manu behind the dish is really active. Does a great job, actually. Believe it or not, only I think 13 years of age is young Asher Manu. This one down low. Good to see a pathway for these younger players to come through. Quinn Brooker is only 12, playing left field today. He's played the whole season with the Cubs. This one, shut the back. Manu's able to grab it though. So 3-1 the count now on Regan. This one outside, and that'll give him a walk as he'll head on down to first base. So first base runner of the innings here for East Coast Bays. And that'll bring up to bat now the top of the shop, Connor McKissick. He picked up a walk his first at bat. However, that was against the pitching of Wahiro Horton. Wilson on the hill now. Pitches up. Good lead, but going back. Not trying to risk it out here. 2 balls the count on Regan. This one just to the screen, and off takes Regan down to second base. So runner in scoring position. 3 balls the count here. So it's McKissick up to bat here, of course, that lead-off hitter. And that's outside, and he'll pick up a second walk of the match and head down to first base. Is that what I got to do? I have 4 balls to walk here. Yep, no, I'm on the page now. Page is first base, young man, and down he goes. Plenty of action, as you can see, in the East Coast Bays dugout. And Simon Hibbert with the sunglasses in there. Next first pitch is straight down the tram line, or pipeline I should say, to Joash Murray. Ball just outside. Next one's outside. So 2 balls and 1 the count now. This one down low, so just trying to find his range. Look at Wilson's defense. He probably thought he was going to come in the 3rd innings, not in the 2nd. Try to get 2 innings out of his pitching partner, ACO. Swing and a miss on the inside edge. Good swing though. Can't hold on to it. Here's support from the East Coast Bays dugout. So full count now. Inside out swing. And it'll go foul down the line. Wilson just trying to get a grip on the ball. Can't quite hold it enough, and that'll sail down over the top, and that'll allow a walk. So 3 walks in a row here. Loaded the bases after the first out. Nothing worse than pitching with a wet ball, isn't it? Oh, big opportunity now for East Coast Base. Picked up 3 in the first innings. Now looking to add to that tally here, and they'll send up to bat Caleb Taylor, the pitcher. First pitch to him is down the pipeline. Second pitch just outside. Pondersville for East Coast Base, loaded bases. Down low, Manu manages to keep it in front though, no chance for the runners to move. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. Wilson finds his rhythm, levels the count 2-2 as that one pulls through the zone. Northcote coaching scarf down the end there, trying to wheel their players along. Of course, their manager, Emma Brooker. Done a fabulous job yet again. Is a strikeout and a pick off the 3. He is back in time. Young Manu, Asher Manu, the catcher, trying to pick up 2 outs on 1 pitch. So with 2 away here, they'll bring up the big first baseman. Is Solomon Herbert. First pitch is low, the runner's on the run, and the ball gets back, but slight collision there. And they will pick up their 4th run of the ball game, will East Coast Base, so happy about that for sure. High fives on the way in, smiles anyway. Enthusiastic dugout there, wasn't it? This pitch is high. So 2 balls to Hibbert to get started here in this at-bat. Runners have moved to 2nd and 3rd now in scoring position. 2 outs though. Northcote trying to get out of the innings. Next pitch is too low, so ball 3. This one comes through the zone. Manu has a look at the runner down at 3rd base. So 3-1 the count now. Hitting count here for Hibbert. This pitch is up, and he'll pick up a walk and head down to first base. So that'll load them up again. And it'll allow an opportunity for the 3rd baseman, Quinton Van Heerden. He was a young man, remember, had that little bobble just back to the pitcher and a swing just like that, basically. Unfortunately, the pitcher, ACO, couldn't get the throw to first base, and that leaked those first 3 runs. So he's got a little bit of a modest touch, does this Van Heerden. There's his contact to 3rd base. And he'll get the tag out. Good heads-up play by Hunter, the 3rd baseman. Tags the runner coming to 3. That's a force, so no one will score there. So that'll do the top of the 2nd innings. Not before East Coast Bays. They pick up a run on a pass ball with loaded bases, and they now lead the ball game 4 runs to 0. Bottom of the 2nd coming up next. We'll see you soon.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the bottom of the second innings here. East Coast Bay's off to a real good start here, 4-0 in this under-15 boys matchup. As we head to the bottom of the second innings, as we mentioned, and leading off here for the Northcote Cubs will be the catcher, Asher Manu. He'll be followed by third baseman Christopher Hunter and Quinn Brooker, the left fielder. Looking to apply some of their own pressure here. Trailing by 4. Manu, a lively young fella at the plate. Having themselves a great season. Small Sox having a good season themselves. A 3-2 record through their first 5 games. This is a catch-up match, as we mentioned. Everyone else is sitting on, most of the other teams are sitting on 6 matches so far. So that puts them 4th on the leaderboard with 9 points. Sitting above them at the moment is the Birkdale Falcons and Glenfield. They've played 6 games, though, to be fair. So 1 more game than these guys. As Manu picks up a walk and heads down to first base. They're on 12 points, so 3 points ahead of this team here, East Coast Bays. Top of the table, undefeated 5-0 record is the Northcote Cubs. 15 points. The throw down is second, not going though. And Christopher Hunter just waits for the right pitch to hit. Other teams in the under-15 competition. Sitting in 5th place on the leaderboard with 6 points is Hibiscus Coast with a 2-3 record. They're playing over on Diamond 2 at the moment against Navy. Throw down to first base, and he's back in time. Navy on a 1-4 record, on 3 points. And East Coast Base Hornets, the young team in there, still looking to pick up their first win of the season so far. Off down to second base on the pass ball. So it's a 2-2 count. I'm quite watching the umpire signal well enough here, Jobber. This one is down and just gets the bottom of the zone and gets the applause from the coach in the dugout. Taylor off to a good start on the hill here for East Coast Base. First pitch is through the zone to the left fielder, Quinn Brooker. Brooker, one of those youngsters we mentioned, just making a step up and down to 15s, and he gets on the back end of this one, trying to leg it out. Second baseman will take care of business for the second out, though. Runner will move over to third base on the plate. More applause from the East Coast Bays dugout. So 60 feet away, first run for Northcote at third base at this point. To bring up number 9 in the order, playing 9, right field. That is Xavier Smith. First pitch to him comes through the top of the zone. This one gets away. Not far enough, though, for the base runner, Manu, to come home. One and one the count here on Smith. Good pitch and a good swing. Taylor wins this battle. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And he finds the zone, and he finds it well too. He nullifies the thread, does young Taylor. And that'll do us through 2 complete. It is East Coast Bays leading the ball game 4-0. Plenty of action still to come here from Pure Athletics Sports Stadium as we continue here as the young fellas come in and out of the dugouts. 4-0, East Coast Bays lead. Back soon.
Your team lose again, bro?
I've never seen a ball bounce like that before.
The weekend's for calls. Make yours at tab.co.nz.
say your home is where your heart is. I know my home is here with you. There's a world to behold. It's a better home you own with golden homes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the third innings here. East Coast Bays, as you can see on the scoreboard, got themselves a good lead here, 4-0 at this point. They'll look to try and add to those 4 runs as they take on the pitching of Tane Wilson in the second innings of work here for the Northcote Cubs. This one just misses the outside of the zone. Hard hit ball. First baseman, though, with a sure-handed glove with Gerbes will take the out. Well, 1 away. It was Wilbur, the right fielder, that batted first, and will be followed now by Archie Dew, the shortstop. He's a handy little player, that's for sure, is Dew. One pitch over the top. Like I mentioned, there's a pitching rule in this grade at the beginning of the match. Under 15's got to use 2 pitches, 2 catches. East Coast Bays have been through the 2 innings with their battery pairing of Taylor and Murray. They'll need to make a change, a pitcher and catcher in the next innings. This one gets away. And normally will change the landscape of the match. This one fouls back to the screen. This one comes through the zone. So finding his range here is Wilson. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And just floats that one through just above the zone, though. That'll allow Dew the walk and head down to first base. Threat to run is Archie Dew. It'll bring up to bat now the designated player, Cooper Atkins, who steps in to go to work. Swings at the first pitch. No movement from Dew at first base. This one inside. Now that pitching changes after 2 innings. The catching change, I think it just has to be at some stage. I'm not exactly sure of all the mechanics of the rule for this grade. This one down low. They're just taking their time in the batter's box tonight, aren't they, East Coast Bays? This one to the screen, and off goes Dew down to second base with that invitation. The youngster in there, look at him. He's ready. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. Can you see me? Can you see me, coach? This one down and inside, and Adkins will pick up the walk. He'll head down to first base with it. So 2 runners on here, just the 1 away in the third innings. Will allow the coach to come out for a chat here at this point. Settling things down. The sun's starting to come out now. Yay! Chopper's gamble with not putting the waterproof bags on the cameras. This looks like it's paying off. Touch wood. Didn't touch my head. All you smart people out there, just in case. Back to the action now. Jack Regan. First pitch skids away. That'll allow the base runners to move up 60 feet. Both in scoring position now. This one pulls through the zone. Plenty of hustle in the dugout there for East Coast base. Sensing an opportunity this innings. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Get him in a hot box now. And they'll get him out at third base. So they'll get the lead runner. Good heads up play by Wilson. Now to the top of the shop. Brings up Connor McKessick. First pitch is a power pitch over the top of the zone. Next one just down low. That'll allow the base runners to move up, second and third respectively. This one comes through the zone. So 2-1 now the count on McKessick. And drop ball just outside the zone. They're all stars in that dugout at the moment, aren't they? So 3-1 hitters count now for McKessick. Inside and just bends him back. But he'll be rewarded with a walk and the throw down to 3 for a pick-off. And that gets away. Now got a 2 and that gets away as well. This could be trouble. With a capital T, in comes another. And in comes one more. 3 runs on the errant throws, just forcing it with 2 outs here and cause a celebration in the East Coast Base dugout. Brings up a new batter. That one comes through the zone. New batter in here is Joash Murray, starting catcher. We'll see where he goes when he goes back out the field. This one fouls off. Moves the count 1 ball and 2 strikes now. There's the sunshine. That one skids away, levels the count 2-2. Two away here. Top of the third innings. Tries to bend that one in like Beckham. Can't quite get it there. See the clouds looking a bit of colour now. Full count on Murray. Patch is right down the middle, and that'll take care of business here to complete the top of the third innings. Not before East Coast Bays, though, put on 3 more runs here, and they lead the ball game 7-0 at this point. Northcote running out of time. They're going to have to get something going in the bottom of the third. They want to get back in this match.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the third innings here. East Coast Bay's off to a flyer. 7 runs to 0. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 in the top of the third innings. Puts them in the lead here against the undefeated Northcote Cubs here on a Tuesday night. Catch-up game competition within the under-15 boys grade here at the North Harbour Softball Association. Cubs will need to get something rolling and look to try and do that on a replacement pitcher. That is Tane Wilson, will be the lead-off hitter here. Will be followed by Jackson Brown and Jackson Gerbes. 1, 2, 3. As we look to get underway here in the bottom of the third innings. First pitch away. As we mentioned earlier, there will be a change on the hill, and there is. It looks like Connor McKissick has come on to pitch in shirt number 93. This one fouls off to the left side. Second base now looks like it's Joash Murray has moved over there. It's a little hard to tell. Yeah, it is Joash Murray. And the pitcher, Caleb Taylor, has come behind the dish. So there's the defensive changes for you for East Coast Bays, and this one gets away. 7 runs enough for McKissick. We'll find out as we go through this match. This one just skids away, and Wilson will head down to first base. A threat to run. There'll be a kid that'll go on either the first or second pitch, to be fair. Going to bring up to bat now Jackson Brown. And on cue, off the first pitch goes Wilson. No throw, so stolen base with ease. Now in scoring position. Brown poised and ready in the batter's box. Swings at the pitch. Off goes Wilson to 3, and he slides around the back door. Safely down to third base. One ball and 1 strike to count here. This one down low. A 2-1 now the count. This one over the top. So hitters count for Brown. Wilson running at third base. Gerbes waiting on deck. Outside, and he'll pick up the walk and head down to first base. So runners in the corners now for Northcote. To bring up to bat the left-handed first baseman, Jackson Gerbes. Kissick ready now. First pitch is down low. Off goes Brown down to second base. Hard hit ball to the right side. In comes 1. Gerbes hunting for second. In comes 2. Gerbes not happy with second. He'll go all the way to 3. It's a stand-up triple as Northcote get their first 2 runs of the ball game. Northcote on the board now. We'll bring up the bat Otis Packer. Bends back. The first one he sees. Big swing on the next pitch. Northcote with a runner at third base and Gerbes. This pitch is up and away. No outs here in the bottom of the third innings. This one down low. Well, 2-2 the count here on Packer. This pitch, nice velocity, but outside. Full count now. Packer's opportunity. Pitch is outside. And so he'll head down to first base with a walk. Packer safely down there. We'll hear the cheers from the crowd here. Good crowd in this evening. And Murray, first pitch, dispatches it to right field. One comes in. And that'll allow Packer to go coast to coast here. So Northcote with a little something cooking in the kitchen. As they pick up their third run of the innings, looking to reply 7 in total to catch up at the beginning of the innings. First pitch is high to the catcher. Is Asher Manu. No outs here on the bottom of the third, just down low. Manu is off down to second base. Sorry, should I say Murray. Jenny Lee Murray is off down to second base. Asher Manu still batting. Next pitch is outside, so 3 straight balls to Manu. Big swing, just misses off the end of it. I love that about kids softball. Don't worry about 3 balls, hold the bat. You can hit it, go for it. This pitch is down low though, and Manu is rewarded with a walk. He'll head down to first base. So a bases loaded situation as the third baseman, Christopher Hunter, steps in, swings at the first pitch. Checks the signal with head coach Lanigan. Next pitch is outside. The pond is full of ducks, loaded bases here. And another swing and a miss. Good pitch by McKissick. Starting to find his rhythm now. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Outside, good velocity though. It was the count 2-2. Ball low. Full count, 3-2. And the pitch is good. Right down the tram as he takes care of business, but then the throw gets away, and it does allow another run to come in for Northcote. So 4 runs to 7 now. There's 2 runners in scoring position. We'll hand the baton over to Quinn Brooker. First pitch to him is away. This pitch is down and away. Not quite far enough for Murray to scamper in from third base. Connor McKissick, relieving pitcher in his first innings of work here. Next delivery is high. Works nice and quickly on the mound. This one just clips the outside edge of the zone. Next pitch is outside, and Brooker is rewarded with a walk. So he'll head down to first base. That'll load him up now. The right fielder, Xavier Smith, to step up to go to work. Grand Slam would tie it up right now. First pitch comes through the top of the zone. Big swing on the next pitch. Good pitch. Good swing too by Smith. Make an adjustment in the batter's box. So 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss. Here comes Murray. And he will score on the pass ball. The batter is out. The batter is out anyway. And a drop third strike with someone at first base. So 2 away now. And another run. So only 2 runs behind. Going to bring up the top of the order here. Tane Wilson goes at the first pitch. Punches it to the right side. In comes 1. Looking for their second. Here comes 2. And Wilson, look at the collected home run in the park. It's a 3-run shot by Wilson. And they played 8 runs in the innings, and that'll do the innings. You're not allowed to score 7 in total, but if it's within the same play, then it counts as well. So that'll do them here. So they'll just catch up with the scorer. 8 runs to 7, just like that. In a blink of an eye, Northcote have taken the lead here in the bottom of the third. Talk about up and down this match, isn't it? Well, there you go, indeed. So 8 runs to 7, it is Northcote leading. And we'll be back with the top of the fourth in just a short moment.
He might not look like much in an apron, but that's John Miller, loving husband, relatively reliable plumber, and holder of the Bledisloe Cup and 2 Investex Super Rugby titles. Don't let the heels fool you. Wendy crushed 2 of the biggest names in men's tennis to go all the way at Wimbledon. Tony, one of New Zealand's most impressive multi-sport players. Multi, try playing and taking out a rugby league grand final, a Grand Slam, and the New Zealand Cup all at once. Mary Adams came from nothing to take Cleveland to the playoffs. Where to next? Well, she won the New Zealand Derby with Ginger Nuts. Finally, meet Richard Sykes, a man with many loves, 80s hip-hop, whose dog barked Twain, and winning, specifically, the Cup final at Wembley. Now it's your turn. TAB, now you're in the game.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. Beep, beep. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Got ourselves a real battle here now. It looked like a one-sided affair for East Coast Bays. Went through 2.5 innings. They were leading 7 runs to 0. Northcote replied by 8 runs in the bottom of the 3rd innings. Sees us where we are now in the top of the 4th. Dane Wilson continues to work on the hill. This one gets away. Catching change for Northcote. Jackson Gerbes under catch. Remember, they're going to use 2 catches per game. So Manu will go down to first base, and this one comes through the zone. 2-2 the count now. And Caleb Taylor looks to try and get on the back end of one. Can't quite get there as they'll take care of business for the first out. They bring up to bat now first baseman Solomon Hibbert. Bit more velocity now coming out of the right arm of Wilson. First pitch above the zone. This one down Main Street though. There was the count 1-1. Working quickly. Pitch is up top. So 2 balls and 1 strike here. East Coast Bays trying to G something up in the dugout, that's for sure. Next pitch is just outside. So 3-1 count. To Hibbert. Next one is a drop ball inside, can't quite catch up to. That'll fill the count now. 3-2. Outside, and Hibbert will pick up the walk and head down to first base. So tying run aboard on first base now for East Coast Bays. That'll bring up the bat here, the 3rd baseman Quinton Van Heerden. Just pauses to get a signal from the coach down to first base. This one comes through the zone, no real movement at first base. And he's back, the young fella, he's back, there he is. Who is that kid? Going to need to get his autograph, aren't we? This one down low, good pick up by the catch, Gerbes. 41, there he is, there on the side. Number 41 is Cohen McDonough. Under 13 player, there he is. So he's on the bench. He's like he's ready to come into the ball game, isn't he? Yeah, he's like, there's a week from mum and dad, having plenty of fun. That's the way it should be. This one up top. One away here. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Okay, get that one in the zone, so he'll go down to first base as well and push Herbert over to second base. So 2 on, 1 away here. Bring up to bat Wilbur, right fielder. This is his opportunity. First pitch he sees is right down the pipeline. Next pitch is good too from Wilson. Starting to find his range now. 2 runners on here for East Coast Bays. Try to just feather that one in on the inside edge. He's ready though, isn't he? He's ready to go. Just in case you haven't seen me. Yeah, I'm ready. Coach, put me in. I'm going to hit it. Next pitch is up. That'll level the count 2-2. I bet you he hangs in front of the mirror at home too. There he goes, back. Now go and watch the game. Good kid. Next pitch, looking to grab the edge. Can't quite grab it. So full count now, 3-2. And that one comes through and picks up the second out of the innings by the strikes. Which will bring up the bat here. Archie Jew, the shortstop. He's been good today. First pitch to him is a heavy drop ball right through the zone. This one outside. Trying to close the match out. Hour and a half game. We're 3 minutes on the game clock. East Coast Bays needs to score here. This one back to the screen. Not far enough for them to go anywhere though. And now they've got him in a little bit of a hot box. And they get him at first base as he tries to come back. Northcote with a defensive gem gets them out of the jam, and just like that, that'll do the top of the fourth innings. And a real good matchup here. These two teams going hammer and tongs at each other. Boy, oh boy, what's coming up next? We'll find out when we come back. Bottom of the fourth to come. Northcote leading 8 runs to 7.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions. Temperzone has embarked on our own decarbonising and sustainability journey, reducing our impact on the environment and the way we operate at all levels, and transitioning into a more sustainable and efficient organisation. Our products and services can assist others to make the transition and act as enabling technology to transition to zero carbon, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions and technologies that are safe and sustainable from the manufacture, installation, maintenance through to whole-of-life considerations in the circular economy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A real good matchup here between East Coast Bays and Northcote. Northcote grabbing the lead, 8 runs to 7 in the bottom of the third innings as they continue to work now here in the bottom of the fourth. Jackson Brown will lead off, followed by Jackson Gerbes and Otis Packer, 1, 2, 3 for the Northcote Cubs. Pitch just outside. So pitching change again. Young Caleb Taylor back on the hill. Pitched the first 2 innings of the match. Comes back into pitch. Means Connor McKeesack will go back to second base and Joash Murray back into catch. So your defensive changes. This one down low will allow Jackson Brown to head down to first base. So a lead-off walk here for Northcote. And I'll bring up the left-handed catcher now, Jackson Gerbes. First pitch he sees, he lifts, and it's long, and it's gone. 1 bounce, 2 bounces to the fence, and he's rounding the bases here, looking for an in-the-park home run. Here comes Gerbes, 1 and 2. It's an in-the-park home run for Jackson Gerbes as they plate 2 insurance runs here in the bottom of the fourth innings, lead now 10 runs to 7. Celebration time in the Northcote dugout. Come from behind, trailing 7 runs to 0. Going into the bottom of the third innings, remember, Northcote. East Coast Bay played at 3 in the first, 1 in the second and 3 in the third. Before Northcote replied with 8 in the bottom of the third innings on a pitching change. Ball low to Otis Packer. Just changing the ball over. And Gerbes getting a good one there. Yeah, I hit it there, coach. Yep. Did you see? Yeah, no, I got it. He'll be happy with his little hit there today. Packer continues to work in the batter's box. His pitch is through the edge of the zone. This one's good too. Taylor, remember, came off, pitched the first 2 innings, came and caught the third, now back on the hill. Not an easy task for a pitcher, and there he's finding his rhythm with a great strikeout there to finish the first out in the bottom of the 4th innings. Brings up to bat the centre fielder, Jenny Lee Murray. First pitch he sees sneaks through the zone. Big swing, fouls back to the screen. Looking nice and relaxed in that Northcote Cubs dugout. Happy with their body of work over the last innings and a half. Trying to climb the ladder is Murray. Oh, he's a character, that kid, I tell you. One of my favourites. Oh, it was the 3rd strike. I missed the pitch. Apologies. So 2 away here. Asha Manu started as the catcher. Playing at first base as I see the rain coming in a bit. My goodness, just when we thought the weather was going to be fine. Hopefully we can finish this game for you. Otherwise I'll have to pop out there and tidy up. The game started a little bit late. This one on the outside edge is good. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th innings. This one fouls off. That's when we were talking about that sun coming out, didn't we? We're going to have to put the bags on for sure for the next game. I might just give it another couple of minutes. Hopefully those cameras will be okay. Back to the action. And a big swing over the top. And that'll take care of business here in the bottom of the 4th innings. Got ourselves a good one between East Coast Bays and Northcote. We'll find out if that game is up, time is up, and we come back. 10 runs to 7, Northcote leading.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we just got enough time to sneak in another innings, which is great. That's what you want to see. Game finished out there on the diamond. So as we head into the top of the 5th innings, East Coast Bays trailing by 3 now. We need those runs to continue the match. Weather has kind of settled down a little bit. First pitch is out wide as Tane Wilson continues to work on the hill. Gerbes behind the dish. Archie Jew will step back into the batter's box again. He was the last batter when they pegged out the runner at first base. So he gets a clean start. 0-2 now, or 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch is high. So 3 straight balls here to Jew. Ground ball to first base. And gets back in time to make the out, does Manu. The first out here in the top of the 5th innings. And you can see there's little droplets going past the camera lens there. I don't like seeing droplets going past the camera, especially if it's uncovered at this point. That'll bring up the bat. Cooper Atkins, designated player, has actually stepped into first base last innings defensively. Designated player. First pitch he sees comes right down Main Street. Sun's coming out again, so that makes Chopper a little happier. This one comes through the zone as well. 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Wilson set. Pause it through, and it's good morning, good afternoon, good night, says Wilson, as he will take care of business. So down to their last out now, East Coast Bays. Trying to will them to stay in the game. It'll be Jack Regan. Actually, I think this might be the young fella. It is. It is indeed. Choice. Cohen McDonough. Number 41, that was the young fella in the camera all the time in the dugout, remember? He gets his opportunity to bat here. 12-year-old plays in the under-13 grade, getting a step up here today. Come on, Cohen. Ball is high. Check out the umpire's call here for you. Maybe 2 balls and 1. Ground ball just comes off, will go foul. Two strikes now, 2-2 the count indeed. Down to the last strike, East Coast Bays. Inside pitch. And Cohen, watch out for that one, young man. Steps back in. Wants to hit. Remember, he told us he's going to hit the ball. Inside. And patiently waits out a walk. Does young Cohen McDonough. Down to first base he goes. Congratulations, young man. So that'll bring up top of the shop now, Connor McKissick. First pitch down low. No movement from the Cohen pinch hitter down at first base. Rose running. Next pitch is right down the middle. 1-1 now the count. 2 away here, top of the 5th innings. Big comeback from Northcote in this one so far. Down to second base goes Cohen on the pitch. Clear looking to get the batter here. Next pitch, just over the top. And it's a walk for McKissick down to first base. So 2 base runners on here, trail by 3. So a home run here by Joash Murray would tie the ball game. Next pitch, just a tad high. See, 2 runners on here for East Coast Bays. Down low, this one will get back to the screen. The runners will move up 60 feet. 2 away here, top of the 5th innings. Murray steps back in to go to work. This one will pop up and go foul to the screen. Set and ready now. Rise ball up top, and Murray will pick up a walk down to first base. That'll load him up. Coming into the meat of their batting order here for East Coast Bays. Even with 2 outs here, got the rally cap on, that's for sure. Caleb Taylor now. First pitch to Taylor is through the inside edge of the zone. Back to the screen. Came back too quick for the base runners to advance. East Coast Bays trying to will their teammates through home plate. This one outside and a reach by the catcher Gerbes. So 2-1 the count now. Wilson trying to close this one out. Taylor looking to further his course. Pitch is outside. Hitters count for Taylor, 3-1. This one comes through the middle of the zone. So this is the good pitch. The runners will be in motion here. Loaded bases, 3-2, 2 down. They'll move on the pitch. And the pitch is good as Wilson freezes him at the plate and gets the job done here for the 3rd out in the top of the 5th innings. Nullifies the bases loaded jam. And we will head to the break, find out how much more time is to go. When we come back in the bottom of the 5th innings, Northcote remain in the lead, 10 runs to 7. Like that'll be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, as the teams are lining up. Must be elapsed in time. So just hand the score sheet back to the manager. Northcote will run out victors in this one, 10 runs to 3. And a good matchup between these two teams. Could have gone either way, to be fair, at one stage. Remember, East Coast Bays with a 7-0 lead after the top of the 3rd innings. Northcote, though, didn't stop when they got to the bottom of the 4th, did they? As they piled on the pressure and picked up 8 runs to grab the lead. And then a 2-run home run from Gerbes in the 4th innings just cemented it. 10 runs to 7, the final score. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A cheer from East Coast Bays. Congratulations on a great start to the match and a gallant fought game indeed. Could have gone either way in this case. Northcote gets the W. In the park home run for Tane Wilson, who pitches 3 innings of work as well, 4 in the end, apologies. As it was ACO that started the match for Northcote. So they get the job done here. Stay undefeated does Northcote, top of the table in the under-15 North Harbour boys competition. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. It was our pleasure to bring it to you, as always, from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Come back 7 p.m. for the Premier Reserve matchup. East Coast Bays are on the diamond again. They'll be taking on Hibiscus Coast. We'll see you then. Ka kite anō.